Hello and good day. I come with news. Good news. We got a new version for the Better Balance game beta. 580. It looks like we got also the patch notes to take a look at over here. Apple was kind enough to reveal them yesterday, and we also have the mod already on the workshop, so you can subscribe to it. I'm gonna leave a link down below in the comment sections, and you can take a look over there. Coming back to what has been changed over here in the beta build channel from Discord, you will find all of these details, and by the looks of it, we're gonna talk about city states first. I don't have to mention over here all of the bonuses are on top of current bonuses unless specified. So we're gonna go next over here for Armagh monasteries. Get +1 food and +1 faith per adjacent district at Reformed Church. Also, instead of the +1 faith of every 2 adjacent districts. Auckland now will only work on improved tiles, which is quite a change over there. Definitely a lot more tiles can be worked if you do have Auckland before. Now, not so much. We're gonna need to see. We're gonna need to see how it changes, and of course, if it will be what is needed. To be honest, Auckland was a little bit overpowered. And now I hear a little bit. Bandar Brunei +2 golds per international trade routes. Okay, a lot of gold. Caguana Beatties get +1 production per adjacent strategics, +1 gold per adjacent luxury, and are now buildable on hills. Cardiff also harbor buildings get +1 production in gold. Granada, Alcazars get the +1 base production and +1 additional culture per adjacent encampment. We do have also Hattusa gaining the +2 of each discovered strategics, even if you have one improved. Jerusalem +1 gold for cities with holy sites. Lahore will give the Nihangs an extra +3 base strength to 28 from 25, which, to be honest, it was kind of needed. The Nihangs weren't that used, and that is a big contrast since the first time they were introduced. They were very, very good units at the beginning, and then they got chopped to the ground. It is what it is. Now, I hope we're also going to see this as a viable option to try to use that city state to gain a few units. La Venta Colossal Heads gets +1 base food and housing. Mexico City also gets aqueducts granting 1 amenities. This is big, and especially right now with the meta, you do need a lot of those industrial zones being hit by multiple aqueducts. You usually do build aqueducts in most of your cities, so granting another amenity over there on top of everything else, it's pretty good. Mogadishu will also get the same bonus that we've seen earlier with Bandar Brunei, +2 gold per international trade route, same as Bandar, not a typo. Rapa Nui, Moais can now be placed adjacent to wood or rainforest. We do have also Samarkand trading domes now give +1 production per trade route. Singapore, previous bonus removed entirely, +2 production per external trade route right now. Okay, replaced with, wasn't it Singapore it was getting the bonus of +2 production per strategic resource or something like that, improved? Venice +2 gold per luxury in a destination city from +1. So all in all, there's going to be a lot more gold being acquired with the gold city states by the looks of it. In the global changes, we do have alliance. Religious alliance will get +1 food per trade route, which will definitely be good. District will be good as in it might actually make the religious alliance a little bit better than it was before, because it wasn't really used at all. So let's see if this is enough of a bonus so the players do feel like they can actually choose that, even though comparing it to a culture alliance, science alliance, economic alliance, military alliance, it doesn't really seem like even the +1 food per trade out will do the trick. But we're gonna need to see it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna ask the players their opinion, and maybe it is exactly what it needs. District and buildings, a dam construction cost fixed, same as aqueduct. Okay, this is big. More dams, but again, they will have a vulnerability. The fact that your opponent can use a spy to destroy the dam, it's very, very bad. It instantly destroys the districts around that river, also in the floodplains. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, definitely I build dams, other build dams. If you do have a good placement for them and get some extra adjacency using the river floodplains towards your industrial zones, you're gonna still try to do it. Now that it has less cost, you're probably gonna be more incentivized device to build it, which of course becomes a viable option. We're going to see a lot more, which in turn also gives us the opportunity to see some breaching dams. It is what it is. Same with the neighborhood, by the way, now costs 40 from 54, and I gotta say neighborhood also activates one of your missions for the spy, one of the missions of the spies, which is recruit partisans. Just, you know, casually popping those barbarians in your opponent's cities, because why not? Sounds good, right? Preserves groves will get +1 food and faith if the tile is charming or less, +1 culture if the tile is charming, and +2 food faith culture if the tile is breathtaking. That's quite a few bonuses for the preserves over here. Not to mention the sanctuary will also get +1 science and gold if the tile is charming or less, +1 production if the tile is charming, and +2 science gold production if the tile is breathtaking. And of course, we've already seen yesterday after the reveal of the mod, the players starting to play civilizations with a few with preserves on them. So yeah, let's see how this is gonna change. Maybe it's actually gonna get into the competitive side in the 4v4s, and we do need to follow up. Government, autocracy, monument gives +1 production, +1 food if the city has a specialty district also added to autocratic heritage. Okay, very, very interesting. While you do have theocracy, faith discount nerf reverted back to 15%. Okay, this is good. This is gonna again make a theocracy a bit more like than others, especially right now in the FFAs. You do have a lot of people that are going for merchant republic, comparable on the same government tree, while we do have in the 4v4s a lot of them going monarchy. We do have governors minus +2 production and +2 food for internal trade route swapped. Okay. We do have also great people, Zudugan. Wait, let me get this straight. +2 food and +2 production for internal trade route swapped, as in you can use your trade, like send it from your capital city to another city and get the bonuses from Magnus, as well as the bonuses from the other cities to the Magnus cities. This is what it means, because I'm not sure if it's specific enough, but that's the idea that I get in my head. Great people, Zudagwan actually, who gives 3 envoys to a city state, can be activated on city state you don't control. Very nice, actually. This is very nice. It actually allows this to be useful. Improvement, fisheries +1 housing from 0.5. This is technology that was initially on Liang, and I believe it got switched to Civic or technology. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it wasn't really used. Now that it actually gets a full housing point, this is going to be quite nice. I believe from what I've seen in the games being used in just the one day, I believe it actually needs 1 more food on that tile also. Working like 4 1 tiles and no production, like 4 food with 1 gold and something else over there, like 1 faith, for example, it's not gonna help out that much. Fort now gives +1 vision and are now unlocked at military engineering, and every improvement who have the same bonus fortification as Fort. Okay. Also policies, Medina +1 housing per district instead of +2 housing if you have 3 specialty districts. Religion tithe will be back again. We do have 3 gold per city converted. This was the initial tithe, and now it got nerfed a lot of the times, and now it got rebuffed. We're going to probably see a lot more people trying to pick tithe, even though right now with the other options, like to get the gold, they might make the trade. For example, the one that gives you the +2 gold per commercial and +2 gold for science, I forgot the name, that looks like it's going to be a bit more valuable than this one, tithe. But maybe if you don't build that many campuses or commercials at the beginning of the game and you really desperately need gold, I'm pretty sure tithe is a very, very good option. Resources, Jade can now spawn on forest. I understand this is also a little bit buggy. If it does spawn on forest, unfortunately you cannot improve it with the forest there. You actually need to chop the forest and then improve it to be able to get the mining. So yeah, we're going to need to see if this is going to be fixed as a bug in the next weeks, or is it gonna not be able to spawn on forest, for example. Units, military engineers, +1 charge, now 3 from 2. So a bit of a upgrade over there for the military engineers. We do have also in the civilization and leader screen, or I should say changes, we do have Arabia, Saladin, -1 gold maintenance for all military units. China, King Shi, Mandate of Heaven, +1 food per wonder built in the city. This is going to be quite nice. Egypt also district and wonder production bonus on river reduced to 20% from 25%, and this definitely makes sense. You've seen it build those wonders very, very quickly. Now, I guess it's going to be a slower Temenanki. France Eleanor +2 plus 20% production for ancient and classical wonders. Also, the description of the leader is totally empty for now, as we had to split it between France and England. I see. So I guess with the French general, you're definitely going to get a few advantages towards building those early wonders, which in turn can actually give you a lot of long-term bonuses. We do have Germany also. Commercial hubs now culture bomb. Okay. In my mind is why. Doesn't make sense. But let's see it. It's a beta, so let's see how it goes. Maybe it will actually incentivize more players to play Germany, even though I don't think that was the main problem of Germany, not having enough tiles or not having the gold for enough tiles. But you can definitely use this to acquire more land for free, and you maybe can benefit something from it. Hungary, bonus green card removed. Okay. That's kind of bad, but I guess it did need a little bit of a nerf. India Gandhi, war awareness penalty, war awareness penalty reduced to 50% from 100%. I don't want to be specific here because Malus does mean something else. It is kind of a penalty, but it's economic penalty. So war awareness penalty is reduced to 50% from 100%. This is gonna be interesting to see if it actually affects anything. To be honest, yes, it is kind of bad to actually get into a war and receive that war awareness on your empire. Very hard to actually keep up with everything needed, especially in a teamers game when you do have war all the game, right? You meet each other and boom, you declare war. So yeah, India Gandhi could have actually influenced the game quite a bit, especially with the war awareness. Congo, Mubande, civilian units now ignore forest. So basically the melee units on Nzinga will ignore forest, and now civilian units over here on Mubande will ignore the forest as well. Kind of makes sense between the two leader differences, I guess, from Congo. And this is the same bonus that we've seen split up, or not really split up. Was it split up at some point? I don't think it is anymore. On Chandra Gupta, I did have that extra movement, but then it got switched, and I believe India was the one with the civilian units that actually was kept. Now we do have also Macedon, bonus red card removed, just the same as Hungary, so definitely a big nerf over here for Macedon. It needs to choose right now exactly what the cards are being used, not to have a Gogi and maneuver at the same time with the gold and that and that and that in different governments. So yeah, it was a bit big. Mali production penalty to 15% from 20%. As you know, Mali does get a production penalty on a lot of stuff because it's Mali, and it gets other bonuses on the other side, like extra gold or food in the city center. So it was decided at the beginning, well, it was decided Mali did come with a production penalty. Now this actually got reduced, so makes Mali work a lot more on its production. And of course, we're going to need to see if this is going to be enough to make it, I guess, more enticing choice. But to be honest, I don't really believe Mali needed a buff. Just saying. We've seen some Malis, yes, die, but most of the time Mali gets banned in the game for a reason, and the reason is way too much gold. Way too much gold generation. Sumeria, Ziggurat Faith delayed to early Empire. Okay, that makes sense. No more free amazing Pantheon at the beginning, like easy Pantheon at the beginning. Also, it might come during the beta. Looks like Apul is telling us Geneva will get reworked, and a national boost will also get reworked. Might get reworked. These are all might get reworked. We're going to need to see. There are still, 3-4 weeks until we're going to get the final version. So I'm pretty sure there will be quite a few feedback sessions that will be available for the players to give their opinion of what's going on. And not to mention mention, give some logs for the maps that they do see, oh my god, they might have a bit of a problem there, or they didn't work as intended. As usual, this is going to be a process which we're going to try to follow, or at least I'm going to try to follow. So thank you so much for everything. Let's see each other later on in the evening. We're going to have a game between SPA and Ulysse, and I hope it's going to be amazing. See you there. Bye bye bye.